What's going on, guys, and welcome to Music HQ. Today we're going to be talking about balance. Let's get right into it.
As the greatest demonstration of freedom
Music HQ.
Have you ever wondered what musicians are talking about when they say the balance just wasn't good? Probably not. It's not something we hear very often. However, for the musician, it's a really important word when they're communicating with other musicians. Balance is basically the relationship in volume levels between two or more instruments. It's a bit different from dynamics because balance is more about how different volume relationships work together to create an overall sound. So for example, if you were listening to a Beyonce song and the drums were so much louder than her voice that you couldn't hear her voice at all, then you might say the balance is off. Another example would be if you were going to listen to a live performance with a soloist and an orchestra, and the orchestra were playing so much louder than the soloist that you couldn't hear the soloist. Again, you'd probably say the balance is really off. So basically, bad balance can actually be really bad, but good balance can be really good as well. Balance can be used in really subtle ways to make the music even better. For example, balance can be used to highlight certain musical lines or highlight certain harmonies, and just make the music more interesting in general. Balance can also affect the colour or character of the music. For example, a song or a performance in which the instruments on the lower end of the frequency spectrum, that is to say the lower instruments like the double bass or bass guitar, are a lot louder than the higher end instruments. That might give a sense of strength or a sense of darkness to the music depending on what style it is. On the other hand, if the higher frequency instruments are louder than the lower frequency instruments, that might make the music sound a bit lighter, more exciting, more energetic. However, this does all depend on what style of music is being played, what instruments are involved, and of course, how well it's ultimately balanced. Another way in which good balancing can be used as a really effective tool is to create new sounds. For example, a really good balance can make two or more instruments sound like just one, particularly if they're playing the same notes or very similar material. So we can clearly see that balance is very important. And we know that balance in general in life is actually important. I'm thinking balanced diet, work-life balance, anything basically that involves balance is probably good. But of course, because of its importance in music, performing musicians need to have a good ear for balance. Nevertheless, I would say that the real balance heroes are the mixing engineers. Mixing engineers are basically the guys who decide on the volume levels for different instruments in recorded material. So that's songs, film soundtracks and things like that. They're the ultimate experts on balance because it's their job. Now of course that's not the only thing that mixing engineers do, but it's a big part of their job. One particular song which has a really interesting balance is Untitled, How Does It Feel by D'Angelo. You'll hear that when D'Angelo's voice first comes in, it seems a lot quieter than the other instruments. Nevertheless, it actually really draws you in. So next time you're listening to some music, why not think about how it's balanced? What's the loudest instrument you can hear? Are there any instruments which are so soft that you barely notice them? Why do you think they're there? Does it actually add anything to the music? Who knows, maybe you're training yourself to be the next top mixing engineer. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. Please like, share with your friends and subscribe. That would really help me out. And don't forget to check out the other videos on the Music HQ YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you guys next time.